Have you ever stood in front of the mirror, your hair neatly brushed, your outfit carefully chosen, even a touch of lipstick added just the way you like it, and yet something still felt unfinished? As if your reflection was waiting for one last note to make the whole song come alive? That feeling isn't vanity. It's not about missing something flashy or fashionable. It's your quiet intuition telling you there's still more of you to show. Because elegance, true elegance, doesn't come from youth or trends, especially not after 60. It doesn't shout. It doesn't chase attention. It whispers. It flows from experience, self-awareness, and intention. It's not about wearing what's in style. It's about choosing what reflects who you've become. At this stage of life, you've earned the right to simplify, to refine, to curate. And that's where the magic of accessories comes in. Accessories aren't just additions, they're expressions. They bring a look together, not because they're loud, but because they're right. A watch that speaks of discipline and grace. A silk scarf that floats with the same softness you offer the world. A pair of sunglasses that quietly command attention. Each piece becomes a sentence in the story you wear each day. The one that says, "I know who I am, and I dress like I remember it." In today's video, we'll walk together through 8 timeless accessories that instantly elevate your presence. Not by trying too hard, but by letting your wisdom, beauty, and spirit shine through with quiet clarity. We're not here to reinvent you. We're here to reintroduce you to yourself. So take a breath, settle in. Maybe pour a warm cup of tea. This won't be a fashion lecture. It'll be a style conversation, a reflection, a reminder that elegance isn't something you chase. It's something you've been cultivating all along. And now, with just the right finishing touches, you're ready to wear it. Let's begin. Chapter 1. The Signature Leather Belt. Structure with Soul. It's easy to overlook. Hung on a hook in the closet or buried in a drawer, the belt doesn't always ask for attention. But when chosen with care and worn with intention, it becomes one of the most powerful styling tools a woman over 60 can own. The right belt doesn't just hold up your pants. It holds your entire outfit together. It adds structure. It adds shape. But more than that, it adds a quiet kind of confidence, like the soft click of a seatbelt before takeoff. You're grounded. You're secure. You're ready. As our bodies evolve, our clothes often become softer, looser, more forgiving. And that's a beautiful thing. But sometimes, all that flow needs a little definition. A belt creates that. It doesn't squeeze or restrict. It suggests. It outlines your natural form, gently, like a frame around a favorite painting. Imagine this: a simple tunic that once felt a bit shapeless, now cinched with a slim camel-toned leather belt. Suddenly, you don't just look dressed, you look styled. Your posture lifts, your lines appear more intentional, and even a basic cardigan feels like part of a curated ensemble. Here's how to choose one that works with your life, not against it. Look for genuine leather. It doesn't need to be expensive, but it should be real. Leather softens with time, just like you. It carries your shape, molds to your movements, and tells a story the longer you wear it. Go for timeless colors: camel, deep brown, black, or rich espresso. These tones pair effortlessly with almost everything, from jeans to dresses to that cozy oatmeal sweater you love. And unlike bold patterns or bright hues, they age with grace, not trend. Pay attention to width. A medium-width belt is incredibly versatile. It works over blouses, tunics, or even coats. A thinner belt adds a touch of femininity to dresses or high-waisted pants without overpowering the outfit. If you're petite, keep scale in mind. The goal is balance, not bulk. And finally, the buckle. Think refined. Nothing oversized or flashy. A simple gold or brushed silver buckle. Something with weight, but without noise. It should say, "I'm here," not "look at me." Here's a little styling inspiration. Layer your belt over an open front cardigan and pair it with jeans and ankle boots. Or wrap it around a soft sweater dress and add a pearl bracelet. Suddenly, the same outfit you've worn a dozen times feels new again. Not because you changed everything, but because you changed one thing with purpose. And that's the lesson here. A belt isn't about restriction. It's about refinement. It doesn't try to reshape who you are. It simply honors the form you already have, with quiet structure and a touch of soul. So, the next time your outfit feels like it's missing something, try the belt. Not to hold yourself in, but to hold yourself with intention. 2. The statement. Brooch, history meets boldness. Once tucked into your grandmother's cardigan, once pinned at the shoulder of your mother's Sunday dress, and now, rediscovered by you. The brooch is back, not as a relic of the past, but as a symbol of style with history, presence, and personality. Because when you wear a brooch today, it doesn't whisper old-fashioned. It says, "I know who I am, and I'm not afraid to be seen." There's something striking about a well-placed brooch. It's small, yes, but commanding. It turns a plain blazer into a signature. It brings poetry to a scarf, edge to a denim jacket, sparkle to a handbag strap. And unlike trend-driven jewelry, a brooch doesn't try to copy what's new. It reminds us what's timeless. Here's the magic. A brooch adds both structure and softness. It draws the eye where you want it, toward the heart, the collarbone, the shoulder. And when placed just right, it pulls an outfit into harmony. Not too much, not too little, just enough. Want to elevate a plain wool coat? Pin a floral brooch near the lapel. Wrapping a scarf for an outdoor lunch? Secure it at the neck with a vintage gold pin. Wearing a structured blazer with jeans? Add a geometric brooch in brushed metal, and suddenly you're not just dressed, you're defined. Brooches are also deeply personal. The one you found at a flea market in Paris, the one your daughter gave you for your 70th, the one that belonged to your mother and still carries her laugh. When you wear them, you're not just accessorizing, you're remembering, celebrating, connecting the past to the present with elegance and edge. And don't be afraid to play. Mix textures. Wear a delicate enamel flower brooch on a chunky knit sweater. Layer styles. Pin 2 or 3 brooches together in a creative cluster. Try a modern twist. A bold, abstract brooch on a chambray shirt or pinned to the waist of a wrap dress. The options are endless, and every choice says something about you. The best part? You probably already own one. Maybe it's hiding in your jewelry box, waiting to be worn again. Or maybe it's time to find one that feels like this version of you, seasoned, bold, and beautifully layered. Because a brooch, when chosen with care, does more than finish an outfit. It finishes a feeling. It says, "I still sparkle. I still shape trends in my own way. And I carry history, not as baggage, but as brilliance." So go ahead, bring the brooch back. Not to revisit the past, but to wear your story right where it belongs, close to your heart. 3D structured handbag. Your presence in a handle. Before you say a word, before you smile, before you even make eye contact, your handbag introduces you. It's not about labels or price tags. It's about presence. And the right bag says, "I'm here, I know who I am, and I take myself seriously." As women over 60, we've carried a lot. Children, careers, family, memories. But now, we get to choose what we carry, and how we carry it. A structured handbag is not just an accessory, it's your signature. It holds your essentials, yes, but it also holds your sense of self. It says, I invest in what lasts. I value form and function. I don't need to chase trends to feel relevant. So what makes a great handbag at this stage in life? First, structure. Skip the slouchy, oversized bags that collapse when you set them down. Choose one that holds its shape, upright, composed, like you. It gives an outfit quiet polish and intentionality, even when you're wearing your most relaxed layers. Second, material. You don't need designer names to get real quality. Look for soft, genuine leather or high-quality vegan leather that feels supple in your hands. It should age with you, beautifully, gracefully, picking up stories with every use. Third, color. Timeless shades like black, espresso, camel, deep taupe, or navy go with everything, from jeans to dresses, errands to events. If you want a little pop, try a muted burgundy or forest green. The key is richness, not loudness. Fourth, hardware. Less is more. Choose simple buckles, subtle zippers, and refined metal accents. Your handbag shouldn't compete with your outfit. It should complete it, quietly. Fifth, size. Not too big, not too small. A medium-sized bag fits what you need. Glasses, wallet, keys, phone, maybe a little lipstick, without making you feel weighed down. Lightness is the new luxury. Here's a secret. A good handbag doesn't just organize your belongings. It organizes your energy. It helps you move through the world with calm, clarity, and quiet confidence. And maybe most importantly, your bag should feel good to hold, comfortable in the crook of your arm, balanced on your shoulder. Like it belongs there, like it's always been part of your rhythm. So take a look at the bags you own. Which one truly reflects you, not who you were in your 40s, not what's trending on fashion blogs, but the woman you've become now? If the answer is none of them, it might be time to find one that does. Not for show, not for approval, but for your own satisfaction. Because in this season of life, elegance isn't about impressing others. It's about choosing the details that hold meaning. And sometimes that starts with something as simple as the bag on your arm, one that doesn't shout, but speaks volumes. 4. A silk scarf that moves like poetry. It's just a square of fabric until you wear it. Then it becomes a whisper of memory, a hint of color, a movement that speaks when you don't. A silk scarf isn't loud. It doesn't demand attention. But oh, how it lingers in the air when you walk by. It lifts the simplest blouse into something special. It takes an ordinary outfit and gives it a story. Maybe it's tied gently at the neck, catching the light as you smile. Maybe it's wrapped in your hair on a breezy morning, softening your features with a touch of grace. Maybe it's knotted on the handle of your handbag, waiting there like a secret only you understand. At this stage in life, a scarf isn't just decoration, it's expression. A way to say, I don't need to start over. I just need a little softness, a little color, a little something that feels like me. So, what makes a scarf elegant, not just pretty? First, texture. Choose silk or silky blends. Not too stiff, not too slippery. You want it to glide, to move like poetry when you move. The kind that feels light on your skin, but leaves an impression. Second, size. A square between 20 and 36 inches is versatile. Big enough to fold, knot, or wrap, but small enough to wear without fuss. It should feel effortless. Third, pattern. You don't need bold prints or flashy logos. Go for timeless, soft florals, gentle stripes, delicate polka dots. Think watercolor more than billboard. Or choose a quiet color pop, dusty rose, deep teal, soft gold, to brighten your skin and bring warmth to your face. Fourth, use. There's no wrong way to wear it. Tie it at the side of your neck for a touch of French charm. Let it drape over one shoulder for an elegant asymmetry. Wrap it around your ponytail or bun to soften your hairstyle. Or loop it once through the handle of your tote. And suddenly, your whole bag feels like new. And finally, meaning. A scarf doesn't have to be expensive, but it should be personal. Maybe it's one you found in a tiny shop on vacation. Maybe it belonged to your sister, your mother, or your younger self. Maybe it's brand new, chosen just because it made you feel something. Here's the truth. A silk scarf isn't about age. It's about energy. It's about detail. It's about remembering that beauty often lives in the smallest gestures. The gentle knot you tie at your throat, the way it flutters as you laugh, the comfort it brings when draped around your shoulders at the end of the day. So go ahead. Open that drawer. Find the scarf you forgot you had. Or treat yourself to one that speaks to the woman you are now. Wise, warm, wonderfully alive. Because sometimes the smallest accessory carries the most soul. And sometimes that's all it takes to turn an outfit into poetry. The return of the elegant watch. Your phone tells time, but your watch tells the world you value it, that you move through your day with intention, that you still believe in moments, not just minutes. In a world full of screens, be the woman who wears time gracefully. Because a watch isn't just a tool, it's a statement. Not loud, not flashy, just quietly present. Like you. Maybe it's a slim leather strap in rich camel, espresso, or black. Maybe it's a brushed metal bracelet in gold, silver, or soft rose gold, warm and glowing like afternoon light. Maybe it's something simple, with a clean white face, elegant numbers, and a tick that doesn't rush. You don't need complications, not on your schedule, and certainly not on your wrist. Stick to minimalist faces, small or medium-sized. Let the design breathe. No extra dials, no digital noise, just time offered with grace. If you wear gold earrings, choose a gold-accented watch. If your wedding ring is silver, let your watch reflect that tone. These small harmonies matter more than trends. They create quiet elegance people feel, even if they can't name it. And here's something lovely. A good watch becomes yours. It ages with you, picks up memories, wears in gently like a favorite story. Maybe it's the one you wore to your granddaughter's recital. Maybe it's the one that clicked on your wrist during quiet mornings with tea. Or maybe it's the first thing you put on when you started choosing yourself again. Not out of duty, but out of care. You don't need to check it often. You don't even need it to tell the exact second. You just need it to remind you that time is still yours. That elegance doesn't mean urgency. It means presence. So, open your jewelry box. Is there a watch waiting for your attention? A piece that once marked the rhythms of your days? Or is it time to choose a new one? Not to keep up, but to slow down. Let your watch be more than an accessory. Let it be a marker of meaning. A gentle touch on your wrist that says, I don't chase time, I cherish it. And let it carry you through the hours with grace, one beautiful minute at a time. 6. Sunglasses. Confidence in a glance. Sunglasses do more than shield your eyes. They frame your spirit. They're the first thing people notice when you step into sunlight. And sometimes, they're the only thing you need to feel instantly finished. A great pair of sunglasses isn't about hiding. It's about presence, poise, posture, a quiet kind of confidence that says, I know who I am, and I show up with style, even on a Tuesday. It's remarkable how one small detail can elevate your entire look. You could be in jeans and a white tee, hair pulled back, nothing fancy. And yet, with the right frames, you look polished, effortless, elegant. So how do you choose the right ones? Start with shapes that lift. A gentle cat eye gives your face an upward grace. A soft square adds structure without severity. A rounded oval can soften sharper features and create balance. And remember, it's not just about the shape of your face, it's about how you feel in them. Then there's the matter of color. Skip the neon, skip the drama. Choose timeless shades like rich tortoiseshell, warm and grounding, or soft black, subtle and sharp, or even champagne or rose-tinted lenses. A touch of playfulness with elegance. Don't chase brand names, chase quality. A pair that feels balanced on your face, that doesn't pinch or slide, that lets you forget you're wearing them until you glance in the mirror and think, yes, that's me. And here's a small but powerful tip. Invest in a beautiful case, one that feels like part of your style, not an afterthought. When you care for the little things, your whole presence speaks louder, not in noise, but in intention. Sunglasses aren't about hiding from the world. They're about showing up as you are, strong, calm, radiant. They're armor, they're poetry, they're permission to walk through the day with lifted shoulders and a lifted chin. So the next time you head out, don't leave them behind. Slide them on, tilt your face toward the sun, and let the world see a woman who knows her light and isn't afraid to frame it beautifully. 7. A slim gold or silver bracelet. It's small, barely makes a sound, but it shines when you reach for your teacup, and everyone notices. A bracelet doesn't need to jingle to be heard. The right one whispers elegance with every movement. When it catches the light as you gesture, wave, or tuck a strand of hair behind your ear, that shimmer becomes part of your expression. Grace in motion. Unlike bold necklaces or statement rings, a slim bracelet stays close. It doesn't demand attention. It earns it. And at this stage in life, that feels just right. The beauty of a gold or silver bracelet lies in its simplicity. A fine chain, a subtle bangle, something that flows with your wrist, not against it. You're not looking for bulk or drama. You're looking for balance. Think of it like the final note of a favorite song. You may not notice it at first, but without it, the music doesn't feel complete. So how do you wear it? Start with 1. A slender gold chain that reflects warmth, or a polished silver bangle that brings clarity and calm. Let it rest against your skin like a reminder of softness, of strength, of stillness. Feeling playful? Stack 2. Maybe one smooth, one with a delicate texture or a pearl charm. Keep it minimal, just enough to say, yes, I paid attention, even here. Want a timeless trick? Pair your bracelet with earrings in the same metal, gold with gold, silver with silver. The subtle coordination creates visual harmony. People may not even realize why you look so put together. They'll just feel it. And you don't need pure gold or sterling silver. Quality plating can look just as refined if you care for it gently. Store it flat. Avoid sprays and lotions. Let it age with you, beautifully. The best part? A bracelet doesn't just decorate your wrist. It marks your rhythm, the pace of your life, the grace of your gestures, the elegance that doesn't sit still but moves with you. So go ahead, slide one on before you head out. Feel it there, light and quiet. A circle around your wrist, reminding you that beauty doesn't have to be loud. It just has to be yours. Écru, pearl. Accents, the glow of wisdom. Pearls don't sparkle, they glow. Just like you. There's a reason pearls have never gone out of style. Unlike diamonds that demand the spotlight, pearls offer something quieter, more personal. They reflect light, yes, but they also reflect life. A strand of pearls doesn't try to impress. It simply exists, glowing with experience, depth, and grace. And isn't that what elegance is really about? For women over 60, pearls feel like home, not because they're traditional, but because they're true. They whisper stories of love, of patience, of strength that doesn't need to be loud. Wear them in a single strand for quiet grace, or a double wrap for presence. Let them rest at the collarbone with a crisp white blouse, or drape long and knotted over a soft knit dress. Either way, pearls don't compete, they complete. Pair them with neutral tones, ivory, navy, charcoal, or bring them into softness with cashmere, linen, or silk. Whether it's a full strand, a delicate bracelet, or simple pearl studs, they lift the face, soften the neckline, and frame your presence with warmth. And remember, they don't have to be heirlooms. Cultured or faux pearls, when chosen with care, can carry the same glow. Because the beauty of pearls isn't in their price, it's in their poise. Here's the quiet truth. Pearls age well, because they don't age at all. They become richer over time, like stories, like women. So go ahead, bring out that necklace you haven't worn in years, or find one that feels like who you are now. Not to turn heads, but to hold space. Because when you wear pearls, you're not wearing jewelry. You're wearing wisdom. Elegance was always in you. You don't need more clothes. You need to remember who you are. And finish the sentence with grace. Elegance isn't something you buy. It's something you carry. It's in the way you fasten your watch before heading out the door. The soft clink of a bracelet as you stir your morning tea. The way your scarf moves when you laugh. These aren't fashion choices. They're you. Refined, intentional, radiant in the quietest way. These 8 details we've explored, they aren't about looking richer. They're about feeling more like yourself. Not reinventing who you are, but returning to the core. A woman who's lived, learned, and knows that beauty isn't in the trends. It's in the truth. A brooch that once felt outdated now feels bold. A pearl necklace that once sat in a drawer now feels like a signature. A belt, a watch, a well-loved handbag. They become extensions of who you are, not who you're trying to be. So today, I invite you to ask yourself, gently, which one of these accessories are you rediscovering? The one that's been waiting in your drawer, or the one you've just realized you deserve? Leave a comment, share your story, because your rediscovery might be exactly what another woman needs to hear. Tap like if something in this video made you sit a little taller, smile a little softer, or remember your glow. And subscribe for more. Not just style tips, but reflections, warmth, and reminders that aging isn't a decline. It's a becoming. Becoming more sure, more soft, more you. Elegance was never something to chase. It was always walking beside you. Now it's time to wear it, fully, freely, and beautifully.